While we're doing this, I'm gonna go through the chart, the list real quick, so it don't get so late on you. Okay.
Okay. Have you put any trades in yet?
Not yet. When I looked earlier, it wasn't anything going. Okay, it named it what I just named it. So when I named it on Zoom, that's what that is right now. This is what I named that stream on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through the chart real quick. This is the hit list. I'm gonna make it a little wider. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this real quick. I'm gonna take, thought I was taking the lines off. There we go. That better?
Yeah.
Okay, so on the 15-minute chart, we see ACAD. It hadn't done anything yet. ACAD moved yesterday. Wait a minute, my Sunday to Sunday. Let me turn this on. If this is this, yeah. Okay, that's what I need to see.
Yeah.
Now we see ACAD move. This is ACAD on the list. I'm just gonna measure how many pips each one moved. We see when it went up, then they see how many pips we would have got coming down. That's 73 pips.
Yeah, that's right. 73.
Okay, so we know that gave 73 pips if a person would have stayed in it. So EG went up. Okay, this is today. So we know it's still, EG is basically still in reset, okay?
Yeah, it is.
It's ranging, so that's not something we would have traded. And we see the pound pair from yesterday to today still in reset. It's not ready to move. Look like it's moving, trying to move right now, but it's not something that we would deal with, even though it did cross. So we go to the next one, because it didn't vector out of that Asian range, and right now it's still not on a 50-50 bounce. Now there are 3 signature entries that you'll learn. You learn the vector, you learn the 50-50 bounce, and you'll learn the BTS. Just putting it on the video so you will know, okay?
Yeah.
And this is inside the Asian range, and when it's inside the Asian range, you know it didn't vect out the Asian range, so you know it's gonna be 50-50 bounce, okay?
Yeah, yes.
So right now, it just bouncing out the 50, which is the aqua, but it hasn't taken up a direction yet. You see all the EMAs are still straight. They're still bunched up together.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it hadn't done anything. So now we go to UCAD. UCAD came out the Asian range. It vectored up, it threw a pin, and then it came back down and is reset. We waiting right now for the drop. Now, this is the BTS. See what the aqua is? See what the aqua is? And then you go to the Mayo. When it's in between the aqua and the Mayo, that's called a BTS. So right now, it gave you a false move up, and then it come down. You don't take that false move up. That's just a stop hunt. When you come in, it's after this cross. So even though it has the EMA where it's showing you going into the EMA, you would still wait for it like it did to come under the EMA and close under. Now you're looking for BTS. BTS means it's going against the trend. Now, if you can see this here, you see the EMA is trending up. You see that?
Yeah, yeah.
Now you see them is trending down, meaning it's going against the trend. That's what creates what they call a BTS. BTS stands for between the sheets, okay?
Yeah.
So right now, your entry would be right out there, cross. It's under that water, under the aqua, and you wait for the cross, but we always enter on the Patrick push. So it then push back up, See that touch that mustard. So right now you can say you're gonna get, if you get on to the white one, you can say you can at least get 30 to 39 pips.
Yeah.
So right now I know if I enter this, I'm gonna get 30 to 39 pips. I can get 20 pips very easily. Okay, that's that list. Now we go to the green list. Now the green list, ECAD fake down is not something we would take because all the EMAs is showing that it's bouncing down all the EMAs. It's got to fight above this to go up. So it's basically just fringing. And it's gonna have a hard time getting through these EMAs, getting to this level. So that's not something we'll trade. This is not something we would trade because all the EMAs are stuck together. See? This is basically traps for people that are not experienced traders, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's not something we would trade yet. This is setting up, since it's trending down, it's setting up to be a BTS. So we wait. This looks like it's going to be a good setup for Wednesday. Now this is going to be a good setup. Definitely by Wednesday, it vectored up. So right here, we can expect a BTS. And that's exactly what it's doing. See what it's doing right there? It came back down and tested this.
Yeah.
This is a 50-50 bounce. It's going to go up there. So right now we know this is going to give out at least 20 pips. It says 26, so you can say at least 20 pips.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now GU gave out pips yesterday. How many pips did it give out yesterday when it broke and came down?
50.
Oh, that's a little bit more. Yesterday, before it hit the age range, it gave out over 100 pips just when it fell yesterday. And where it is right now, we really wouldn't trade it right now because all the EMAs came out of the Asian box to the A-range box. So that means that in reset. You don't want to trade that. Even though it did a BTS right here. Now me, I would have seen that because I understand what that one is. I still probably wouldn't have taken it because that counter closed too high above the Mayo. I mean the Aqua.
Yeah.
So I would not have taken that. Even though it gave out 20, I would not have taken that. Same thing with this. It dropped yesterday, this NZDCHF. And it crossed right there. How many pips did it give out yesterday? Going down to the Asian range, 41. So as you can see, understanding these trades, right now you would have at least gotten 50 to 100 pips yesterday. You agree or disagree?
Yeah.
Okay. So the last list we go would be the orange list. Let me get this out the way. Wow. This HF, it gave out pips yesterday, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Even though it vectored down, it didn't vect up, but it came down and shifted, trended down. That's like 40 to 50 pips. Now today, it's just basically ranging.
Yeah.
Come on. Same thing with this, and it gave out pips yesterday. This is the binary list here, but we still could have traded it. I would have done sales all day yesterday. That's over 100 pips. Right now it's ranging, so I know not to really try to trade that binary. Looking at this one, it trended up, so I would have done on binary. I would have taken buys through this the whole time, and today I wouldn't deal with it. But right now, it's showing that it's trending up, but it's choppy, so I wouldn't. It's not steady. This was a good binary move yesterday. It was all sales. It's giving out pips. and at the same time could have got traded that regular Forex, right now, it would not be good to trade. CAD J, I wouldn't have traded that binary. That'd have been too chancy. CAD had a lot of news yesterday. Look at that wick. See that? So it wouldn't have been good. Now, EJ, this would have been very good to trade yesterday for binary. Very good to trade, period. This is a good 50-50 bounce. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. And like as I was saying, these are some you're gonna learn. See how it's bouncing off that? It went up to it, bounced, came down, went back up to it again, bounced, came down. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's a 50-50 bounce. 1, 2, and then it shift and break down.
Yeah.
That's the second entry, but you'll see those coming out of the Asian range. If it doesn't vector up or vector down, you look for the next thing, you look for the 50-50 bounce. 50-50 bounce is an advanced entry. Vector is basic entry. And this, you know not to fool with at all. Would you have done it? What would you have done with this, Judy?
Nothing. Yes.
Okay, now this was this vector down. Now this is classic. This is classic what it did yesterday. This is what you like. Now, see how it vectored down? Can you see the W?
Yeah.
And now the main thing that would let you know this is okay to take, it threw a pin. This is considered, this is called a pin right here. But if you notice, after it hit that low point, nothing else came down lower than that.
No.
So that's the first leg of the W when it vectored down. Then it came back up, and then it vectored down again. This was the lower than this low. So that's the last leg of the W. If you see, it did not break below that other leg. So that was your W. Then it took off and went up. That's your classic vector. Okay. So, and then as we look at what it did today, it's just basically ranging today. NAND finally took off. News must have done that.
Yeah.
So we see that just for the past 2 days could have got anywhere from 50 to 100 pips yesterday, and right now I'm working on pips today. So that's the end of this here review of today. Okay.
Yep.
So we got good setups for tomorrow.
Yes.
When I look at this, it's resetting to be on the first level. This first level, and it's going to be stuck on the second level. I know it's going to come back down and retest because it comes back down to the aqua, right?
That's right, yeah.
So it's either going to sell back down today or either tomorrow we can expect a sell to come back down. So we may be looking at an M and come back down. So we know tomorrow we got some pairs that's setting up for us to trade, okay?
Yep.
Okay, I'm with the Forex Trading Blogger. I'm with Miss Judy Gunn. Miss Judy Gunn. Judy, where are you located?
I live in Perth in Western Australia.
All right then. And today is September the 22nd, 2020. This ends the weekly review of the hit list, the daily review of the weekly hit list of 920 to 926. Thank you all and be blessed. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Let me see. Okay, stop share. Stop stream.